Hello fellas, today I'll be taking a look at the San Diego Comic-Con 2018 event exclusive SH Figurarts Red Ranger. This is part of the 25th anniversary line. I am fairly certain the regular standard Red Ranger is available alongside the Green Ranger. Don't quote me on that, I'm not sure, but I believe what makes this an exclusive is the Tommy head, which I'll get into, or excuse me, the Jason head, which I'll get into in a little bit. So, if you didn't watch my event exclusive SH Green Ranger review, I hope I remember to put a link in the description. If not, just search that up on my channel and it should come up. Anywho, I was really excited to get this. As I said in my Green Ranger video, excuse me, I'm fairly new to the Figurarts line. I have a couple figures here and there, but, generally not invested. But this makes me invested, as did the Green Ranger. And with that said, let's just jump in before we take a look at the figure itself. I do typically like to take a look at the box, and he's having trouble standing. It's your typical box. If you watch my Green Ranger review, you know what's up. 25th anniversary at the top. SH Figurarts, a nice image of the figure. Glad they used the figure, not the actor. Just shows off, how he can pose. Some information, you can pause and read that. Here is the side, which is really nice. Again, nice image of the fig. Here's the bottom, or the back, or the side, I mean. Here's the bottom. Again, pretty nice looking. Here's the top, and here is the back, which is, it's pretty nice. Shows you all he comes with, which is always cool. So, I have a frog in my throat. Anywho, box done. Let's jump into the figure. As you can see, I do have his sword equipped. I think he looks really awesome with it. Took me a while to get him in this pose. It wasn't easy getting his hands in there, but I managed. Let's get a 360 view of this guy. I have a piece of my dog's hair right here, which is absolutely lovely. I think he's a great animal. So, he's pretty plain, as, every Power Ranger would be. This is not going to be as long as the Green Ranger review, I'd imagine, or as long as any other Power Ranger reviews, because there's just honestly not a crazy amount to talk about. Excuse me. He's got white, he's got red, and he's got black. A little bit of silver. But he's still really awesome looking. And what I'm really impressed with is the joints, which I'll get into later. I don't think I even mentioned that on my Green Ranger review, so go figure. Okay, let's remove this now. And let's jump into his accessories, which is kind of what I like to take a look at these days first. I'm going to try and gently remove his sword if I can, and it popped off, which typically likes to happen. Let's remove this one as well. Again, getting in his hands is not the easiest thing in the world, at least on my copy. The hands are super duper tight, and you can easily place him back on the pegs. It's not that big of a deal, but yeah, let's put him in the background, and let's take a look at the sword, which is, I think, nicely sculpted and nicely painted. I really do like the black glossy paint they used for the grip. Standard red plastic with pretty good molding. Let's get a closer view of that. Like the nice streaks of this. It's not even like a matte gold, it's a metallic gold, which, as it should be. I like these designs going across both sides of the blade, which is a nice metallic-y, flaky silver as well. Let's get more of that detail in. So, they work pretty hard on it, and I like it. For something as small as this, because this is, a 1/12 figure, it's impressive. So, that is wonderful. And he comes with his, his blaster. Very, I think, iconic for the Red Ranger. And again, it's really nice looking. A lot of nice detail, good attention to detail. I mean, if you look pretty closely, right there, you can see the teeth, the gold teeth painted really well. So that's awesome. So it's a, it's a good looking blaster. He also comes with more stuff. There you go. Again, I'm glad he came with more accessories than the Green Ranger. And these are just like, I'm impressed by the paint. You would think on something this small there would be bleeding, but there isn't. So that's cool. And last but not least, and my Ricks just fell over. There you are. Pretty much the same as what I just showed you, only not extended. And I believe what makes this the true exclusive is the Jason head. And just like the Tommy head, it's pretty damn accurate. You can definitely tell. I mean, yeah, it's not spot on, but yeah, even at first glance, you can tell that's Jason. That is basically Jason. And I know some people may complain that, there's a lack of expression on his face. I think it's okay. There's a little dirt right there. It works well. I would have preferred maybe if he was like smiling or at least had that of a smirk, but it looks good. The hair is a little bit Play-Doh-y, I'll give it that, but something this small, it's pretty impressive. So let me try and get an even closer view if my camera will focus. I think that's as good as it's gonna get. So that's pretty cool. And he comes with a bunch of different hands. He comes with a pair of fisted hands, not crazy. And really all the other hands that he comes with are for holding his various weapons, or gripping his sword, or what have you. Some relaxed hands. It's not the most fascinating thing in the world. I'm sure you guys know what's up with that. I'm not going to go through each hand individually. But I will show how to put the Jason head on. Again, be gentle. I like to be gentle with these. Just plop it off. And I hate when that happens. For some reason on my copy, it always comes with the peg attached to his neck. And that's super duper annoying. I'm going to try and... Ugh. There we go. Got it off. Let's put it back. So yeah, you got to watch out for that. It's not perfect. It's actually kind of annoying that I've found lately, but what can you do? Okay, there we go. Sorry I went quiet there. I'm just really paranoid with these figures. So, just like the Green Ranger, good proportions. I mean, it looks nice. It looks like him. The head's not too big. It's not too small. It works well with the skinny body that he has. It looks like Jason. And to just get an even, closer look at that, it looks good. I definitely like it. So, yeah, there you go with that. All right. Let's see. Maybe I'll get lucky. Come on. Don't pull that. Oh, you son of a bleep. Rant time, people. Bandai. SH Figurarts. Get it together, y'all. Come on. It's really not that big of a deal. But, this is an expensive figure. And stuff like that shouldn't be happening. Anywho, but I don't really know how you would fix that, so maybe I'm just being kind of a douchebag. I could show you how he holds all these weapons, but I'm sure you guys get the point. Let's just finally get into the actual figure. It's already 9 minutes into the video, and I'm not even looking at the figure yet. There is his head sculpt. I think it looks really amazing. Definitely looks... Oh my gosh, this video's going haywire. I like the silver metallic paint they used for the mouth plate. Definitely looks nice. A nice glossy black finish for the visor. I do really enjoy those silver bits of teeth around the edges of the tips of the visor. Got the little T-Rex nose up there, also pretty cool. And, you know, you got the eyes up there, and it looks like him, you know. It looks like how the Red Ranger should look, I'd say. As accurate as you can get. You got that seam going across the entire head, just like in the show, because, you know, in the show, it's half and half. You know, that's how the actors would wear it. It's how the Legacy figure is, too, or the helmet, rather. So, it's fine. I like it, and it works well. The neck, not a whole lot going on, just, you know, white. You have a bit of sculpt in there. You can tell there's an Adam's apple sculpted on, which is good. I like that. And like I said, just not an entire lot to talk about. You do have the diamond shapes in white, and they do even run across the separated joint here on the shoulder. Try it, kind of gotta smooth out because you can see the joints. You do have his belt with the T-Rex. Definitely good looking. Nice paint detail. You do have his holster, and you can store, you know, the variety of weapons that he comes with. You do have his gauntlets here. No bleeding from what I can tell, so those are also pretty nice. And one thing I mentioned earlier in the video is the joints. I like the joints. They're hidden really well, especially at the knees. I like those. Wish more companies would use these. They're cool looking. You have the seam running down his crotch and even the insides of his legs, which is pretty cool. And the boots. You know, typical boots. I do like the sculpted, kind of pleathery feel for these. You can even see the wrinkles in this material, which is, you know, pretty accurate. The boots were always looking like that. Even in the feet, you can tell there's a bit of wrinkles going on, which is nice. And the bottom, which don't have peg holes, but he stands well as it is. So, like I said, not an incredible amount to talk about. And there's the back of the figure, if you are curious. He has these, like, circles right here. That's a little bit annoying, but I feel like those could have been avoided. I don't know. I don't want to comment on things that I don't know the answer to, so, or the background behind. So I'm just going to shut up and show you him next to some other Rangers. I showed this in my last video, or one of my prior videos at least. There's the Green Ranger. Let me reach for the Legacy Collection Red Ranger, which I have right here. There he is. And for more reference, even though this is the exact same mold, here is the Dino Thunder Blue Ranger. I just like looking at Power Rangers altogether. I don't know why. And here he is next to a standard Predator. I'm just using the same stuff I used in my prior videos. So he's a short little dude, but that's okay. I don't mind it. He's like, what, 1/12 scale? I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's 1/12 scale. And it's fine. You know, it works. I like the scale. Hell, it, you know, saves me space. He's definitely expensive. I'll say that much, but, you know. I already went over articulation in the Green Ranger's review, but I might as well do it in this one, I suppose. The head is on two joints, one at the top of the neck, one at the bottom of the neck, so you can move pretty universally, do what you need to do, which is pretty damn awesome, and obviously you have that 360 rotation. The arms have those cool butterfly joint styles, so you can go pretty far up, down that much with some fiddling, out in with the butterfly joint. You do have that upper bicep rotation, a double jointed elbow, which is pretty sweet. The wrist is on two joints, both are fairly universal. The abs, so he can go forward that much on two joints, one up here, one down here. Back a lot, like a lot. And, you know, he can do whatever you need him to do. The legs can go forward that much, pretty far out. Back that much. He can indeed do the splits. Thigh rotation. A double jointed knee. Pivot up down and a hell of an ankle pivot, and he has the toe articulation. So, as per usual, oh, and these can actually extend up and down for some various poses. Hot Toys does that too, which I appreciate. So, he's filled with it. He's a Power Ranger. His neck twisted, so his Adam's apple is like to the right. So there he is. He's a very intricate figure. I absolutely love this guy. I think he's just so damn cool. I'm going to go ahead and put his blaster in his cannon, in his belt. And yeah. So, again, I could show off the hands, but I think you guys get it. I could spend another 20 minutes putting his different weapons in his hands, but y'all get the point, I'm sure. So, went over articulation, went over detail, went over accessories, went over size. And that pretty much wraps up today's review. Do I recommend this guy if you have the opportunity to pick him up? Yeah, I definitely recommend him. I really enjoy the head sculpt, the Jason head sculpt. I think it brings a lot to the figure. He comes with a fair amount of accessories, maybe not enough to warrant the price, and this guy is fairly pricey. That may just be due to the fact that he is an event exclusive. I believe standard SH Figurarts go for like, what, 50, 55? I don't know how they are with the Power Rangers. Again, I'm not really invested in that line. Though, as I've said in my Green Ranger review, that may change with the integration of these two figures in my collection. And now, finally, that I'm done reviewing these guys, I can finally put them on display. They've been sitting on my desk right next to me here, waiting to be reviewed alongside the rest of my exclusives. And they want to meet their friends. So they're going to go meet them very soon. I have a whole shelf space ready for them, and they are ready to go. Go check out the Sanctuary on Facebook, as well as all the content creators of the Sanctuary, all of which are linked down below in the description provided. If you guys did enjoy this video, please like, subscribe, comment. Check out my site at SunSpotReviewz.wordpress.com, and I'll see you guys in my next video.